Good afternoon, third grade online learners. Welcome to another day of science. I'm going to walk over here and get my book. And I believe we are still talking about changes in crust. Does that sound right, guys?
Yeah.
Let me just glance ahead because sometimes we're learning the same thing in fourth and fifth grade and it gets really confusing. And we did not get as far. Nope, this is where we're at. Good. Okay, and we started with this lesson beginning of the week with the kids and their mom exploring a cave. And we talked about the crust and the mantle and the core. So those are all terms that should be familiar with you. On this page, it did show the picture of the Earth, and it kind of sectioned it off. What we believe it looks like based on activity, we see like volcanic activity. On this page, we started talking about minerals, and it showed the minerals olivine, pyroxene, and feldspar. On this page, we saw a boy that has many different minerals as part of his uniform: titanium, zincite, quartz, talc, and aluminum. Those are all minerals from the earth. On this page, we talked about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. And we also continued that discussion on this page. These are pages, those pages were C18 and C19. On this page, we talked about how a canyon can be formed by a river, and we also talked about how rock can change with the actions of water. Rapid changes included volcanoes exploding rapidly, sometimes unexpectedly. And last but not least, we talked about fossils. And that brought us all the terms that we needed to know for the quiz. Now on Google Classroom, under Lesson Plans and Study Guides, you guys at home have this, and it's a little bit more close together as far as the sentences, but all the terminology is the same. I just try to squish it together and make it fit on one page. Igneous rocks are melted rock that form inside the earth from cooling and hardening. The mantle is the layer of the earth that is in the middle. A glacier is a large mass of slow-moving ice. Mineral is material found in nature that has never been alive. I may have misspelled material in there. I just caught it right now. I'm not sure why spell check didn't pick it up, but material is referring to mineral, material found in nature that has never been alive. The core is the deeper innermost layer of the earth. An earthquake is a sudden movement of large sections of rock under the earth's surface. Metamorphic rocks are formed when other rocks are changed by pressure and heat. Sedimentary rocks are formed when sand and small bits of stone are cemented together. The earth's crust is a thin outer layer, and a fossil is the dead remains of a living plant or animal. People live on the earth's crust, guys. The mantle is the middle layer, the core is the center. You're going to study that again in fourth grade and again in fifth. And when you get a little bit older, you'll learn that there's two other layers called the asthenosphere and the lithosphere. Those are pretty big words, and they don't include them in fourth and fifth grade science. They mention lithosphere in fifth grade. I'm sure you'll learn about the asthenosphere in sixth grade and seventh grade. Basically, we just want you to know the three main components right now, and you can worry about those other ones as you get a little bit older. In school, we are going to do Study Guide B, and this is just another review. So if you're at home and you don't have this worksheet, that's fine, because it's words that are already on the other study guide. It's just a little bit of matching to see if you can match them up. And the last question says, what is happening to the animal in the diagram, making it turn into a fossil? Basically, it shows it kind of in a cube, and it's just showing over time what can happen to that. Things just keep piling on it. And you might think, well, okay, the earth is always going to look the same, but over thousands and millions of years, it does change. And, windstorms, sandstorms, erosion, glaciers, all that can change and bury things under the ground more. So today we have a journal entry. Make sure you do your journal entry. There's 3 for the week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday we take the test, the quiz, 10 points. Then there's a video to watch. Okay? So that should be it, guys. You're almost done with the week. One more day after today. All right, thank you for letting me review with you, and we will see online learners briefly tomorrow before the quiz, and we'll mention some of that terminology again. Let's see a time check, a little over 5 minutes. Okay, online learners, see you tomorrow. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.